All right, guys. Well, it's 2025, and I feel like I'm talking to a man who's about to take over this year. You know him from being the #6 ranked middleweight in the world, repping the Fighting Nerds. Caio Borralho is kind enough to join me last minute notice to chew some fat and talk about the big year that's coming ahead. Man, Caio, tell me, I saw you were training with Alex Pereira. How did that go yesterday? You guys look like you really had a good training session.
Yeah, today I just finished the training session with him, so I just got home right now. I think it was really good to training session with him in this time that he has here in São Paulo. Me and Alex, we never been like fellows, never been like friends and all this, be talking to each other and all that. But I think we settle everything, and I never had anything against the guy. I always, admire his story, the things that he has done in the sport, and I just need to put my white belt and keep learning. That's the way that I'm gonna conquer the world. I think I need to be more in a position that I learn more, because when you come into the position that I am right now, top 6 in the world and all that, people expect a lot from you, and sometimes you forgot that you are like a forever white belt. So sometimes people think they are already black belts, and they stop learning into this process. So I don't want this to happen with me. So I've been searching for the best trainings, and my coach Pablo said that Poatan was here and he wants to train and all that, and I said right away, like, definitely, brother, let's do it. That's the way that I get better. And so definitely great training with him. I think we're gonna train a lot together from now on. So very happy with this friendship.
So what did you guys say to each other? You mentioned you guys weren't like fellows. Did you have to break the ice? Did you guys talk about anything before your training? How did that go?
Yeah, actually, it wasn't even in this training. I was on the LFA. I was doing the broadcast over there. I was commentating, and then he
Yep.
got into the arena, and we were like not very close guys for each other. And then he came to me, said, "Look, like, congratulations for all your work and all you're doing. You're very fast. You're doing very good. Really, like, I'm really looking what you're doing. So congrats." I'm like, "Come on, man. Come on, man. You're the best. Thanks for that." I think he just wanted to, like, to break the ice. And after that we kind of start talking to each other, and then he said to my trainer that he was here in São Paulo, and then my trainer set up everything. Then when we met, it was like he was already like making fun with me, say, "Oh, this and that," like. So it was a good environment. It was good training, tough training, and I think we both got better from this training.
So tell me, I mean, you've trained with some of the best people in the world. You used to train with Khamzat. Now you're training with Alex. What is it like being in there with him in a sparring session compared to what you thought when you were imagining fighting him when he was the middleweight champion? Like, did anything surprise you? Did anything standing in front of him, did anything look different to what you imagined?
No, I already imagine it's gonna be a scary thing. I already imagine that, like this, it's Poitin, he touches you and then you go to the floor. So definitely is a scary position to be in front of him and trading punches with him. And that's the position that I wanted to be, because I need to be out of my comfort zone, and I was 100% sure that training with him, I was gonna be out of the comfort zone. So it was definitely, but was definitely something that I was already expecting. I've been studying a lot Alex game. I've been studying a lot this guy because he touches people and people's die. People dies.
Mhm.
So I've been studying him a lot. So wasn't different than what I was expecting.
Mm. How would you say? Did he throw the hook? Did he do the leg kicks? Did you get to experience any of his signature shots? And as they were coming, were you like, "Oh, here it comes. Let's see what I can do here."
Oh, he tried to.
Because he
We
just
were.
stands in front of you. When you spar him, he just
Yeah,
kind of stands in front of you with his arms down. So it's not like a spar where you can just kind of go light. He's going to
yeah,
move forward and he's going to stand there. So you have no
yeah, yeah,
choice but to
yeah.
exchange with him, right?
Yeah, he has this pressure position all the time, coming forward and wants you to miss the punch, and then he can catch you in a good way. So I
Yeah.
was definitely, aware of that. He tries to do a little bit. I was like maybe denying some stuff, but Alex is one of the best in the world. I learned a lot of good things about position of the arms and all that with your stance. If you want to do this and that, Alex is nerd of the game. You know, he's a guy with a lot of knowledge about, you know, definitely about the striking game, and I think he's getting really better and better in the grappling game and defend some takedowns and all that. You know, so was very good training with him.
Mm. Obviously, you've been in there with Khamzat, now you've been in there with Alex. How do you think he would have gone if he stuck around in your division? Like, do you think he would have beaten DDP and Khamzat if he was still in middleweight as the middleweight champion?
I think he can beat DDP easily. I think very easily he can beat DDP. You know, I think Hamza is a different story because of the grappling, but definitely Potan is getting better on the in defending takedowns. He's a big guy, very big guy. So I think it would be hard to Hamza to, you know, to keep him down and all that. But I think he did a good choice coming up to the light heavyweight division. You know, because when you're a big guy and you lose a lot of weight, you know, and the fight goes like fourth, fifth round. I think I don't know how it's gonna be his performance losing that much weight, you know,
Mm.
but definitely I think he can knock anyone in the world, you know, like any division, even heavyweight and all that. I think he can do good. I think he's getting better on his grappling. So he was born to fight, you know, his body and all that. I think he was made to fight, you know.
Mm.
He was born to be a fighter, you know. It seems like that when you look at this guy, you know. So I think he can do good with a lot of guys, but definitely with DDP, I think he can knock DDP out really easily because DDP commit a lot of mistakes on his fights, you know, a lot of openings and all that. If you let even a small opening with a guy like Alex, you know, I think you're gonna get knocked out, you know. So I think Hamza would shot right away, you know, and then we never know how it's gonna be. But I think Hamza has advantage on that. But I think it would be a great fight.
Mm. What do you think, him and John Jones? People are saying, you know, he might go to heavyweight and fight John Jones. Do you give him a chance against John Jones? Because we all know
Yeah,
John Jones will shoot in. It might be like a Cyril Gane situation where
you
he
know,
shoots in it, grabs onto a neck straight away.
I think has a chance with anyone in the world. You know, he's a great fighter, and I think he's big. He's big knockout power. He knows how to put the hand and how to prepare to put the hand that's gonna make you sleep, you know. So I think he can do good, and he has chance with anyone in the world, you know. That's why he's the light heavyweight champ, this big star that he is right now, you know. So I think he definitely stand a chance, but I think with Hamza would be a little bit more difficult to him, you know. He was going, he will need to dig deeper, you know, in this fight to defend takedowns or even get taken down, go up and get Hamza tired and then start to do his striking, you know. So I think with DDP it will be an easier fight.
Mm. All right, man. Well, speaking of your division, so we've got DDP versus Sean Strickland. That's official. That's happening in Sydney. Last time I spoke with you, you said, hey, I'd be keen to be the backup here. Like, I'm putting my hand up. What happened with that? Are you the backup for Sydney?
I'm not back up, but I'm still on this same idea. You know, I'm on training camp right now, so I'm training with the best guys, and I'm doing my training camp. I'm doing my high intensity interval training, looking for 5 rounds. So I'm dropping my weight because I was a little bit heavy in the beginning of the year, so I'm dropping my weight, and I want to let everyone know that, you know, I'm not a backup for this fight or even the Adesanya fight. They didn't call me or anything, but I'll be ready. You know, like if anything, you know, don't get me wrong. I don't want anything to happen to the guys. I want them to be healthy and all that. But if anything happens to them, even Adesanya, Imavov, Dracos, or Shane Strickland, I'll be ready if they call, you know. I'll be on wait. I have my visa. I'll be on wait. I'll be waiting for this opportunity because I've been digging this opportunity for my whole life. So I'll be ready. I want to let
Mm.
everyone knows that if any of this fight goes out, you know, goes off, they can call me. I'll be ready. You know, I've been ready for my whole life, and I'm just like doing some adjustments. Think about the four of them, and if any of these guys get injury or anything that they cannot make it to the fight, I'm the guy they can call. You know.
All right, guys, it's time for a new year and a new you. Thanks to our friends at MANSCAPED. Have you sorted all the best products to get you looking good downstairs and all over your body in 2025? Performance Package 5.0 Ultra by MANSCAPED is your secret weapon for stepping into 2025 sharp, clean, and confident. Don't be the guy that rolls into January looking like you just emerged from hibernation. Let the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the Weed Whacker 2.0 handle your overgrowth so you can focus on leveling up. Start 2025 with precision, because the only thing that should be growing this year is your success and not your scruff. Join the 11 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. Use the code word submission now. Keep this show going. Get 20% off and free shipping today. Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is the all-in-one grooming kit. Of course, I mentioned it before, but I'll say it again. Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is the best tool you could have. It also comes with the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer, full aftercare, which helps you treat yourself right with the crop soother, and the crop preserver keeps you fresh and comfortable and confident, so you're always ready to move forward. And you get some free gift. Kick off the year with a bonus that elevates your routine. The Boxers 2.0, which I love to wear. They're one of the most comfortable boxers you can wear. And the Shed 2.0 toiletry bag, which I take with me everywhere I go. Manscaped has a 30-day money-back guarantee as well, so you can try it risk-free right now. Use the code word submission. Go right now, 20% off and free shipping. And I just want to talk to you guys about SAILY as well. SAILY is an unbelievable app that's going to change the game forever when it comes to travel, and you want to be covered with your phone. Forget lining up at airports and having to get a new SIM, taking your SIM out, keeping it in a little baggie, making sure you don't lose it. Forget all of that. SAILY has you sorted. All you got to do is download the app, choose the amount that you want to spend, what country you want to go to, and boom, like that, you are sorted. I just went to New Zealand. I was absolutely covered. I didn't want to spend the $10 or $20 or $30 a day that I was going to have to spend because of my provider. I put in an amount. It had me covered the entire time, and I even still have data left over because it was so smooth and easy. One of the things I love about SAILY as well that you may not realize is it actually comes with an ad blocker. So if you're watching videos or doing stuff on the internet, why waste your data on ads? The ad blocker has you sorted, and it comes with web protection as well. You know, malware on your device is the last thing you need on your travels, and SAILY gets you sorted and protected too. So why not jump on right now, use the code word submission, get 15% off. All you gotta do is download the app, choose your destination, where you wanna go, the amount of money you wanna spend, activate it on your phone without having to take out your SIM card, without having to line up at airports, without having to re-sign different documents. SAILY has you sorted, whether you need a little bit of data or a lot of data, whatever your plan is, SAILY has you covered wherever you go in the world. Go on right now, check out the app. It's the most seamless and easiest process when it comes to travel eSIMs that you can experience. Use the code word submission, 15% off. Jump on right now. What are you waiting for? Grab your SAILY today. If you're traveling tomorrow, next month, get it sorted today. Use the code word submission while it's still active. It's 15% off. SAILY.com/submission gets you sorted. Try it today, whether it's a lot of data, small amount of data. SAILY has you sorted. Easy, seamless, highly recommended. Now back to the program. Why didn't the UFC make you the backup? Like, have they told you why? And then also, why do you think this Israel fight didn't happen? Because that was kind of, yeah, Imavov, obviously a great fighter, but even DDP was on this show and said, I want to see Caio Borralho fight Israel. Why do you think that fight never happened?
I don't know, like I have a lot of respect for Adesanya, and he knows that. I already told him that I want to fight him, but I have a lot of respect for him. He's a legend, and I was looking for this fight, I think it was the fight to make after my last performance and Imavov's last performance. I'm on a 7-winning streak, be the biggest one in the division right now after Dricus. So I don't know why it didn't happen. But I think that Adesanya is big enough to make choices, and I think if they had him like two choices, they gave him like two choices, or Caio or Imavov, I think that he chose Imavov, And don't get me wrong, I think he did the right choice, it's a better fight for him, I think he can beat Imavov, and I think it's a better fight for him, So I don't think he did wrong, but to be honest, I don't know why this fight didn't happen, I don't know.
How do you think that fight looks? You mentioned that you think he beats Imavov. Do you think it's a
Yeah,
decisive KO, or how do you see it going?
No, I think it can be like a decision win. I think Adesanya is more prepared for a 5-round fight. We see Imavov fighting Brendan Allen, and he got tired in 1 round. For sure he's gonna fight a little bit different in this 5-round fight. But he's not used to that. He not that used to that. And I think Adesanya is more used to that kind of fight. And I think Adesanya can go into the fight, maybe lose the first round, and then start to go growing up in the fight, and then win the third, fourth, and fifth round. So I
Mm,
think it can be a decision win for him.
mm. It's interesting as well because we thought maybe Khamzat was going to get the shot against DDP. Now it's Sean Strickland. Do you think the UFC made a mistake by not putting Khamzat in the title position here, or do you think Sean Strickland should be fighting for the belt
No,
in
I don't
Sydney?
think they error. I don't think so, because I think Hamza, he he's kind of the position that he might deserve the title shot, but he might not. I think he kind of he needs to fight one more guy in the division, maybe. For sure, what he did with Whitaker, nobody did that to Whitaker like that. Whitaker just lost to DDP and Adesanya in this division. So I think he did a great job. I think he even got himself in a position to to say like, I want the title next. But to be honest, I think he needs like one more fight and then go into the fight. So I think the UFC didn't didn't make any mistake about that, because then himself told already that Sean Strickland was going to be the next one, so I think he just stood his word.
Mm. Who do you think? I know the fight is now official, so I want to know, like, has your prediction changed? Who do you think wins this rematch between Strickland and DDP?
I'm I always say, every time that I bet against Dricos, I lost.
Yeah, you said it last time. Are you going to
Yeah,
do it
that's
again? Are you going to do
yeah,
it again? This
but
could
I
be it.
think,
This could be the bet
but
that pays off.
yeah, I think I will do it again. I think if he wins the Strickland, this one is my last time betting against him. Only if he's gonna fight me, then I'm gonna bet against him. But he's doing a great job. He's a nice guy. He's doing a great job. Congrats to him. Heads off.
It's interesting though, because you're in a weird position, right? So we've got the Strickland DDP fight. I suppose like you could potentially fight maybe the loser of that fight. Then you got the Israel Imamov fight, potentially maybe the winner of that fight you could fight as well. But then we've got Khamzat and Robert Whitaker as well in the division. They're sitting around. If you don't get this backup shot, who do you want to fight next? What would your ideal opponent be?
I was trying, Hamza and I were like friends, so
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be like picking to fight him, Of course, I'm not gonna say no if the UFC offers me. I'm gonna say yes right away, But I was pretending, as Adesanya was with his fight book and all that, I was planning to fight Whittaker, but I heard that he doesn't want to fight anytime soon. Actually, I heard that he speak my name. He said my name. They're like, oh, it's not a fight that I'm interested. I don't think I'm gonna fight that soon. I think my next fight is gonna be light heavyweight and all that. So I think he already, I'm not gonna say run from this fight, because I think the guy is injured and all that, but I think he already put this fight off, So Hamzat, as I said, I'm not gonna be picking him to fight, but if the UFC offer me, I'm gonna say yes right away. I already talked with his team and Finfo, the guy that his trainer and a very good friend of mine. I said to him like, I love you guys, but if the UFC call me to fight him, I'm gonna say yes, So I already
Mhm.
told them that, and I don't know, man. Like I just don't want to be without fighting that long. I thought my last fight was on August, so I want to fight right away. Like February, March, maximum on March. I want to be fighting. Because I don't want to lose this timing that I mean with in the octagon. This calm, this cold blooded that I got into this fight. That's why I've been fighting a lot. So I just want to keep fighting. And I don't know what the UFC is gonna do. I don't think they're gonna match me with Hamza, and but there's no one right now to match me. So I'm not gonna be here like saying, oh, so I want to fight lower ranked guys. Just I'm not gonna challenge any of these guys. But if they want me, if they want me to fight, I'm here to fight, brother. So I'll be ready anytime that they call me. I'll be ready. I've been ready. I'm training my ass off. So when the call comes, I'll be more than ready to start a training camp and get this fight, get this win, and go to my belt. I've been saying a lot that this is my belt year, And I've been saying this since my first day in this year. Actually, I've been saying that since my first fight in the UFC. Then on 2025, I'm gonna get this belt. And I got into 2025 as a true contender right now. And I think one more fight will put me in a position to challenge for the belt, or even it can be the next fight. It just depends on how all these fights in the division is gonna go. So I'm ready, man. Who they call, who they say, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna perform the same way that I always did. I'm gonna perform. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna deny the guy, and I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna get this title challenging.
Dude, I love that you're ready to go. I want to see you get this fight locked in. What would you think if Khamzat just got the title shot next without fighting again? Because a lot of people are saying, well, the UFC are probably going to go Khamzat DDP or Khamzat Strickland because it's the money fight. Would you mind if he got the title shot without fighting again, or do you think he needs to fight again?
I think he needs to fight again, but I'm not gonna mind if he gets the title shot. Like, he's on his run, and anything that happens to him, I'm happy for him. And it'll be even a better story if like two friends fight for the belt. So if he gets this belt first, and then I'm the next one in line, then we're gonna fight for the belt. I think it's an even greater story, because we're already training together, we're kind of friends and all that. So I think it's gonna be all business in this fight.
And final question. Obviously, you represent the Fighting Nerds, man. You guys are absolutely killing it. Team of the year, taking over the game. Obviously, this is your belt year. How many guys from the team do you think are going to be in title contention or have the UFC belt by this time at the end of the year, or as we go into January next year?
I think I'm gonna be with the belt. I think Carlos Prates might be with the belt. I think he's like 2 fights away from the title, so he might get this title, or even put himself in the position to be a title challenge in the beginning of the next year. I think Jan Silva, Rufi can be like a top 10 until the end of this year, and I think Bruna Brazil can be like top 15 or even in a position to challenge a top 15 girl. So I think by the end of this year we're gonna have like maybe 4 or 5 fighting nerds in the UFC, but on the rankings. So I'm really believing that, and we have like 5, 6, 7 more guys ready to go into the UFC with good UFC record. So we are taking over. As I said in my first interview about the Fighting Nerds, I said, this is the Fighting Nerds, this is the takeover, and we are doing this. So it's the same thing that I'm saying with the belt and all that. Everything is going to happen, because we've been working for so long, man. We've been hiding in our house for so long, and now people starting to see our work. And to be honest, I think people just saw like 30% of our work, because if they come here into the gym, feel the environment, feel the energy, feel and get to know how many good guys we actually have here with the same kind of game and with the same mentality and all that, I think people gonna be surprised a little bit more. So that's what I believe.
All right, man. It's the takeover. Congratulations on a big 2024. I can't wait, man. Let's get this man down to Sydney. Let's get him his backup spot. Let's get him a fight. Caio Borralho, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. You know what's crazy? Because I'm doing Bruno's Brazil camp. I'm organizing Bruno's Brazil camp, and she's fighting on Australia. So I'm going there as a corner. So I'll be ready. If they call me, I'll be already there, ready with my visa, weight on point, right on the time to knock any guy out. So that's a good thing.
You know what that means? In-person interview. Can't wait for that either. Something to look forward to. Caio Borralho, thank you so much, my brother. Take care, and I can't wait to see you in Sydney.
Thank you so much, brother.